So the BCB recording didn't go too well.
Oh, alright. Go on then, what's the challenge going to be?
It's a cooking challenge.
A cooking challenge? Are you sure?
That's what it says.
Let me have a look. What about my idea for a snooker challenge video? What happened to that?
They said it'd be boring.
Boring?
It wouldn't be fair to them.
Oh. Alright. Cooking it is.
Right, hello everyone and welcome. This is BCB's cooking challenge. Well, yeah, for our monthly challenge, I'm feeling good about this one, seeing as last week I couldn't really go and do the challenge, but this one hopefully is going to go a lot better. Now, we're all cooking steak. As far as I'm aware, we have all gone and decided that we're going and cooking steak. Mainly everyone else has kind of gone for a cheaper steak, so I kind of thought I'd switch things up a little bit. Now, these are my beautiful steaks here. I've also decided to go and do some onion rings as well, but the one thing I am going to do is actually do my own chips. So let me just go and get a cooking, chopping board, whatever it is. There we go, and if I just tilt the camera down, and there we go. So there is my raw chippage. Okay, I hope you're all ready for this. We get our chopping implement here, and then we just go, and there we go. Altogether, this meal is costing a hefty amount. I may have gone a little bit too expensive for the expensive. Let's go see how this goes. I'll see you in a sec.
Hello again. I've now cut up the potatoes. These are going to act as my chips. What I've done is I've just peeled a few. I've kept the smaller ones together with the skin on them. I'm just adding a little bit of black pepper, some sea salt. Move them around a bit. Yes, I have washed my hands before you asked. And I sang happy birthday to myself twice. That's really sad that I remembered that, wasn't it? Add a bit more there, and I've forgotten to get the oil out, but I am just going to drizzle these with oil. I've preheated the oven to 200 degrees. I'm going to drop them in there for around 40 minutes just to crisp up. Meanwhile, I'm going to get the onion rings on the go. I'm going to do that again. Meanwhile, I'm going to get the onion rings on the go.
Right, so we're here. At this stage, it's good. We've got the ingredients, which is a start. I've learnt now that it's just you and me. I can tell you that I've actually cooked steak quite a few times before, so I'm going to assume that I had a bit of an advantage over the others, who I can probably suss out who've never cooked a steak in their life. So this should be a walk in the park for me. A walk in the park so much that I've got my 5 steaks here. I've got some lovely steak cut chips. They will go in a deep fat fry just over there. We have sliced mushrooms. They are going to be cooked in fried in some garlic butter, along with a little bit of lemon juice. The other bit of lemon juice that gives it a little bit of a tang. So it's actually very, very nice. You put a little bit in. So I mean, I'm not Jamie Oliver, so there's no secret ingredient of saliva in these ones. And then of course, as with all TV chefs, I have some green shit as well.
Okay then guys, this is me going shopping. Basically I think we'll all make steaks, so I've got to go shopping and get some steaks. I've got mushrooms at home and onions, and I've got to get some tomatoes and chips or veggies depending what my guest wants to eat, but he doesn't really have a choice because I'm cooking for him. Right, so I've finished my shopping. So far I've got my tomatoes broken out. I've got my steaks, I've got some curly chips or unstraight fries. So yeah, I'll meet you all in the kitchen, which is about to happen now.
So if they're ready, you can all switch the oven off and keep them warm, yeah?
Oh, I might as well just put them all in.
Yeah, might as well just put them all in. Bang them in the oven.
Bang them in the oven, top or bottom?
Bottom. Yeah. Right, get your mushrooms out.
Mushrooms!
Over there at your workstation. Now, you're not going to clean these, you're not going to
Do anything with them.
right,
Put them all in.
just tip them in.
Tip them in.
And
I
tomatoes
think-
come on.
So if I cut them in half, if I use Yeah, I'll use 4 coming out, and that's 4 each. So.
Right, which half are you cutting it? Are you cutting them that way or that way? That way?
Sideways.
You can see there's oil in here, look.
Yeah.
Are you recording?
No.
Okay, so obviously the first thing in which I needed to go and do was go and turn the oven on. So the oven is on right now, as you can go and see, just nicely there. I also have my sous chef. She's a big help. And I've gone and taken out my chips that I made myself, kind of. Now once the oven is hot, of course, I will go and be putting it on. Until then, there's not much I can go and do, so I'm just going to wait until the oven gets hot. Okay, so I've now gone and put my chips into the oven. As you can see, the time is set for 25 minutes, and I don't know how well you'll be able to go and see, but the chips are in there now, looking nice and raw. Okay, so what I've gone and done now is basically stir the chips up a little bit, because it's been in there for the full 25 minutes, and the onion rings have just gone nicely slide in underneath. Now whilst the onion rings are being done, it is time for the money shot. So, and again the wrong hole. There we go. Look at these beautiful steaks. I cannot wait to get these starting to cook. Oh, it's going to be gorgeous. There it is. A beautiful little bit of oil. So just nicely, good couple of squirts on the bottom there. We're just going to wait until we start going to see a nice little bit of movement, and then we're going to pop the steaks in.
So, confession time. I've never done this before, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some batter for my onion rings, and then I'm going to fry them in a pan. So I'm going to use just a little bit of flour. My eyes already hurt from the onions, I don't need it in the flour as well. Then I'm going to add some salt and some pepper, just to give it a little bit of flavouring. So just a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. Then we add 200 millilitres of water. And I've made a mess! Help! No, I'm joking. Now we need to just whisk it. So I just get a fork for this, just because it's the easiest thing to use. I'll drop the onions in the batter, then into the frying pan, into the oil. And yeah, we'll let you know how that goes.
Brian, what are you saying? Tell the people something. That's it, Brian. Good boy.
Sorry about the delay, I just had to wash the mallet. It still had some blood in it from last time. What I've now got is I've got a rump steak, so I'm going to tenderise it before I put it in to cook, and I'm going to rub some salt, some pepper and some thyme, and just give it a little bit of flavour. Then I'm going to cook it in butter. So yeah.
Now, my parents are watching TV, so I'm going to tell you what I did. First, I started by washing my hands, and with soap. Next, I started melting my butter, to realise that the steaks were still in the packet. I'm making 4 steaks, 3 well done, 1 medium rare. So I prepared the 3 well done steaks first, adding salt and pepper to each side of each one. Whilst they cooked, I put the corn on the cob into the pan and left that to simmer. I grabbed a plate for the 3 well done steaks to stay warm in the oven while I started on the medium rare steak. Next, I grabbed a pan for the large mushrooms, which I peeled and cut and placed into a pan. Apart from the last one, I had beef with the last one. And after hours slaving away in the kitchen, I reveal to you luxury budget rump steaks, apart from that one.
So what I will do is, to start with, you want to get a good, I'm going to take this as if I know what I'm doing because I do a bit of pepper on one side of them all, and then a little bit of salt over them. Cool, that's one side, and then flip them over. These are some lovely, expensive sirloin steaks. Let's get things on. Make a start. There's no wooden spoon. Okay, no wooden spoon. Right, let's start. Wooden spoon. So you just want to keep this going, because if you leave it, then what you'll find is all the beans will just stick to the bottom. Also with the steaks, I'm doing 5. 4 of them will be rare, 1 of them will be medium rare. And also start by just prepping the mushrooms, which will be cooked in some lovely garlic butter. I'm just going to cut a small slice of this butter off, and we'll get that into the pan. So it gets into all 3, not the beans. Don't put butter with the beans. And another fat lump of butter in there, and then a little bit of garlic puree, and then that is when the magic ingredient comes in. Tad bit of lemon juice. So you want a bit. You don't want to be able to taste the lemon. You just want that tang in there. These are about ready to start going, methinks.
Oh, I squirted everywhere. Put them in. How long will they take to cook them?
No, you keep your eye on them.
I'll keep my eye.
What you don't touch anything in there, because it's going to be hot. Onion. This is your griddle that you're going to do your steaks in.
Okay.
It's all cast, so that handle will get hot.
Right. So I've got chips and mushroom in there. Put them in. So how do I do the onion rings?
Right, you want to cut them,
Straight down.
yeah, not too wide,
Not too wide.
and if you can, push the middle down.
Oh my eyes. Oh. What burns.
Whisk up, yeah. Are you recording?
No.
Whisk that up. Dip them in with your fingers.
Yeah.
Put your whisk away. And dip them in with your fingers. You want to bring it all over to the side here. That's it. And in. That's it. Got to be quicker. Right, you want to get your steaks in. Put them at the time. Move that. Wipe your hands.
Right, steaks.
What's your chips like?
Hot. Golden.
No. Give them a shake.
Right, that's up now.
See that's hot. Do you want to give this?
Yes, please. Same Paddy's Day. And it won't slap it on.
Yeah, you got both now.
No. Oh, the onions in my eyes. Yeah, they're both ready.
Right, give them in the pan then.
Get them in the pan. Get the beef curtains in the pan. Oh no. Check the onions. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear. Oh Mary, why did you let me? Yum, 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 yum. How is it?
Good.
Good. Better fucking be. Okay, so now we're going to add some butter to the pan, and I normally season the pan as well, but I know Dad doesn't like too much salt and pepper, so I'll do that for the other 2 steaks, but not for this one. Meanwhile, in the deep dark layer of the potato chips, I've got nowhere to put this. So I want them a little bit crispier anyway, so I'm going to give them another maybe 10, maybe even 15 minutes to be fair.
So when you put a steak in, always lay it away from you, because if it's going to spit, the steak will actually absorb it before it hits you. So they're going to be both our medium rare sirloins. And now I'm going to begin work on the onion rings and the fried mushrooms. From here, I'm just going to give this one more quick whisk. And we're going to take the onion rings that were pre-sliced up earlier. I'm going to dip them in there, like that. We baste the onions. I have no idea how this is going to turn out. This might work, it might not. We have no idea. We've got one more onion ring to go in, and then we've just got the mushrooms as well that will go in that frying pan as well, with them somewhere, not quite 100% sure where just yet, but we'll work on that, we'll get that there. And we're going to go top down to begin with, top down to begin with. And the onions don't look too good either. We'll see how this comes together. It's nothing. That's nothing.
Kind of concoction we've got going on at the minute. Now we turn them over. The rare ones are done. And there you have it. That's the rare steak. That's the medium rare. Chips, beans, and some garlic lemony mushrooms with some green shit on top. There we go, cooking over. Now time to tuck in.
Oh, hear that? That is the sound of pure and utter beauty. I'm going to be turning these about every 3 minutes. I'm hoping they come out beautiful. Okay, so the steaks are about halfway through right now. As you can see, I've gone and put some nice little bit of mixed herb just around here. Sorry, I'm looking at the steaks just because they look so gorgeous. And there we go. So that is everything all together. They're ready to be plated up. So this is it all lovingly plated up for you. Now it's time to go and take it through to Mum. She doesn't want to go and be on camera. So whilst I just try and find the steak knives. Found it. Okay, Mum. There we go.
Thank you, darling.
Is that a nice enough portion size for you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right. Where is the mayonnaise? Ah, yes. I was looking for squirty mayonnaise. We have the jar. That's the steak just there. You can't probably see it very well on the camera, but it does have a nice redness around it. And oh, I'm looking forward to this. I'll see you guys in a second.
You're still eating that. Start with you, Dad. What did you like the meal? What did you think? What were your thoughts?
Too much pepper.
Too much pepper, right? Okay.
Texture, moist, succulent. Missed me tomatoes off. You didn't get me tomatoes. If I was in a restaurant, what would I give it? I'll give it a 7.
7. Okay. Mum,
Yes,
what were your thoughts?
very tasty. Enjoyed it, yeah. Very nice flavour.
If there was a rating on the table for it, you'd give it a
7.5.
7.5. Try not to stay Dad with that one, but that's fine. I mean, you're still eating your corn on the cob arch, but what did you think? You didn't want to be on camera.
It's actually very tasty. I don't have steak, and it was actually.
That's going in now. You know that, right? Sorry, God.
Last little bit was a bit chewy, so I've decided to bin it off. But
I agree. It was a bit of rump steak, which
It
is the
was
tough bit.
A little bit tough. Overall, it went pretty decent.
What sort of rating do you think I'd get for?
7.5, but I don't eat steak, so I can't really rate it.
So we've got 7 and 2 7.5s. Rosie, Bobby, come here. Come here. This is how we get views. We use dogs. Rosie, come here. What did you think of it? What Rosie? Rosie. You're not Rosie. Rosie, what did you think of it? Oh my god. Okay, well that's that.
So Dad, how was the meal?
Pardon?
So how was the meal?
It was good, brilliant. Steak was done perfect. Yeah, everything was.
So out of 10 you'd say?
12.
12, that's good enough for me. Thank you.
Steak all sorted, all eaten. I have the scars to prove it as well. I have burnt myself. That's what that little white circle is. No, I cooked for family. So I cooked for my family, for my parents. So that's they've actually written me a letter for what they say. So, Corey, you have cooked steak a few times before, and it's always been a success. This time, it was not different. It was a success still. The steaks were done to the perfect. Don't know what that says. For rare and medium rare. That's good, because they did cook a lot quicker than I thought they were going to. The beans were done to an adequate thing as well. Adequate, but were very nice. It all went together very well. The mushrooms, and this is the risky bit. This is the bit that's a bit different. Had a very nice tangy taste, in a good way. So the mix of the garlic and the lemon juice worked very well for the overall taste and flavour. So all in all, 10 out of 10 rated. Very satisfied. You really are the best adopted son.
Okay, so Mum, this is the bit which I need you to go and tell me. How do you think I did?
Really, really well.
Really, really well. Okay, out of 10,
9.
the whole thing, 9? A 9? Okay, what do you think could have been better?
Don't put herbs on steak.
Don't put herbs on steak. Steak rate. Steak rate and cook of how you liked it.
Oh,
So, like,
yeah.
you know, was it cooked to the standard that you wanted?
Yes. And it cut like butter.
Oh, it did. It did. It was gorgeous. And obviously, it was an M&S steak as well, so it was rather expensive. Did it feel more expensive? Did it taste really nice and everything, and more like than the ones we normally get?
Sometimes Sainsbury's ones are a bit scrawny,
Yeah.
but that Marks and Spencer's one was divine.
Anything else that you want to go and say about it?
No, I'm just full up now.
See, I did good. Hopefully, this is enough for me to go and win.
And now you need to just finish off the rest of what I couldn't fit in.
Oh, indeed. I'm going to look forward to this. See you guys soon.
So Dad, you had the steak as well. Out of 10, what would you rate the steak and the whole plate?
I would give it an 8.
I'll take an 8. I'm happy with that. That's perfect. So Brian, what did you think to the steak? Good. Good. So Mum,
Hello.
what did you think to the steak?
Very nice.
Good, 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 good. If you was to rate the entire plate out of 10, what would you give it?
Probably 7.5.
No, go up a bit.
7 3/4. No, I'd give it an 8.
Oh, an 8. I'll take an 8. I'll take an 8.
Personally, it was a little bit too overcooked for me, slightly.
Okay.
But because I do like mine more medium rare.
Okay. So next time, more medium rare.
Yes.
And hopefully I'll get the bloody onion rings right.